We're doing these few trees right here in the edge of this hayfield. You've seen Mama mow around these before. We're gonna get them out of the hayfield, and then we're going over there to that patch over there, and that's got good wood in it. Not exceptional, good wood. And we're gonna get to do our first real good clear cut, so that's gonna be pretty cool. Never thought I'd see Tiny all sprawled out and parked there at the hay barn. Let me take you down here. Everybody, it's the evening time. Everybody's went in and I'm cut a little late. They're on my butt. Without Derek helping me out with the other cutter, it's hard for me to stay ahead of everybody. But so I'm trying to work late and stuff and get ahead of everybody and stay ahead of everybody. I got a little leak on Brutus I need to figure out. Here was a peninsula of trees that we cut, or an island of trees, excuse me, that we cut. Now I left the 3 trees standing. They're walnut trees, and I left them standing for seeding purposes. But the rest of the shade we wanted out of here, so it ain't shading in our hay field so bad and sucking moisture out. Check this out. I never get to clear cut. I never get to clear cut, and wow, clear cutters. Cutterman 830, Thomas Johnson. Jesus, criminy. You talk about fun. I'm gonna tell you, clear cutting is a blast. Now what we're doing here, and I should have showed y'all before we got into this. Well, I can over here. Let's go over here and look at this. Now, Big Daddy said this is a good lesson for anybody. Most people, they listen to the news, the media, all the crap, or whatever, and they get afraid to cut timber. So they do this select cutting. This select cutting is good. It's got its place. But a lot of times we get afraid. Nothing in life should be looked at as an ideology. You should look at things, you should think cognitively all the time of all the inputs that you're getting at that time and at that moment in time. Dad said we select cut this years ago, And he said he had a spot down there in that bottom that he clear cut 48 years ago. 48 to the day. Or not to the day, daggone it, to the year. 48 years ago down there. Up here, he select cutted. And what was left here, you're looking at them. Maples, hickory, some ash, a lot of little maples. And maples grow slow. He said, daggone, I've wasted my daggone property farting around with these maples. Now the price of maples good. It's not like it's a total loss. You shouldn't look at it like that. But let's walk through these woods and see what's left. And let's see if we can learn Big Daddy's lesson. He put a fence down there years ago, which I'm cutting up it, taking up this fence. Dad said it's the same age timber. He said, I want you to look at this timber. It's the same age. It's all the same age. Look at the trees in here. Now, some people would say in an aesthetic value, it's beautiful. It's got, the understory looks great. It's got some grass growing. It's beautiful. The maple, in the fall, the maple tops look good and stuff. But let's look at the actual stems. You got sassafras. You got a chinkapin white oak, but you got a lot of slow growing maple. Look up in your canopy. It's filled up again. Hickory, maple. There's one lonely sweetheart of a walnut over there. And this is an east facing slope in North America. Now don't get me wrong, that tree's a veneer tree, that tree's a beautiful tree. And there's another one, he's got his brother over there. But now you're seeing the stems. Look at the forest floor, look how open this floor is. Look how, you know, it's a beautiful forest floor. You know, it's a real pretty place, you know. So your aesthetics are there and stuff, that those of you after the aesthetic value of trees. But let's go to a different spot. Let's go to a spot he cut hard years ago. Do you see the difference? Look at the stretched up canopy. Now look at the forest floor. Look at the stem density. This is being select cut this round because the stems that are left, they need some room to expand out and get fat. But look at the canopy height and the stem density here compared to what we've been through. And this was clear cut. The trees look the same as them trees. This was clear cut, that was select cut. So he held back on them trees and grew slow growing maple. Whereas this he cleared and they're growing cherry poplar. But here's the maple that got left from last time. And look how much real estate is left open here with nothing happening. Now let's get up here and look at these stems up here. Look at the stem density. Look at the stem density up there. And it's all poplar, cherry, some of that sycamore, I get it, but we should have practiced forestry here. We didn't do our TSI work. We lived busy lives and we didn't get it handled. Look at the stem density over there. That's all select cut. We're going to select cut that over there and let that stems fill out. But the same round, we ended up with the select cut now with stems left in it. That's good stems. That'll be, the cycle time on that'll be 20 years. Whereas the cycle time on this was 48 years. That's a big difference. And then what's left instead of slow, and then next time it'll be clear cut over there. And this will be either not touched or selectively cut. I mean, the forest floor is beautiful. If you just fall in love with the aesthetic value of your woods, you gotta look at it through different. You can't just look at the looks of your woods. That ain't. This was a beautiful woods before it started in here. And it'll be beautiful woods again here in a few years. 20, 25 years. It'll be pretty here again. But look at your canopy height around these poplars and stuff. You know, and some people say that's higher on the hill. Yes, that's true. But look at this maple. You know, he can't, there's a maple trying to compete, and he was probably a stem standing here when these poplars come up from sprout, from nothing. And look, the little dwarf son of a buck can't keep up with the poplar canopy height, you know. A pretty good lesson from Big Daddy. I just wanted to show you all that. Now I'm gonna go up here and grease up my broody brute. Sometimes GoPros just freaking tick me off. Like a mad cow, like that disease them cows get, when they get angry, the mad cow disease. All right, so what we're at over here, this is the stuff Big Daddy was talking about. This was clear cut 48 years ago. Look at the stems, look how beautiful that is. Another 20 years, that stand right there be holy cow. So, but we're gonna have to take a few out of the center of it because they're getting a little large. You try to do a little bit of everything.
They come back to me hard. Well, I kind of had to move a little bit. I'll let you log out here a little bit. Now cut it away from me. Harder, 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 harder. All right, straight back.
I think we can do everything I want to do. I think we can do everything I want to do to saw the buncher, but it ain't gonna be on accident. Jesus. I need a saw!